Apple Computer Incorporated, now Apple Incorporated, was set up in 1976 by the trio of Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. Of these co-founders, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak are most linked to the company's early success. Stephen Paul Jobs was born on February 24, 1955 in San Francisco, California, and was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. His formative years were spent in Mountain View, California, a locale that would later gain renown as Silicon Valley. Although he briefly attended Reed College, his academic journey was marked by a swift departure after just 6 months. However, his educational curiosity led him to explore diverse subjects, including calligraphy, which would later exert a profound influence on the typography and design of Apple products. In 1976, Jobs, with Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne, laid the foundation for Apple Computer Incorporated. The first product was the Apple I, swiftly followed by the groundbreaking Apple II, which enjoyed tremendous success. A tumultuous power struggle within Apple in 1985 prompted Steve Jobs to leave the company he had co-founded. This departure marked the start of Next Computer and his investment in Pixar Animation Studios. It was not until 1997 that Apple acquired Next, facilitating Jobs' triumphant return to Apple. His second tenure marked a pivotal juncture for Apple, as he assumed the role of CEO and spearheaded a series of transformative product innovations, encompassing the iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad. Under Jobs' stewardship, Apple appeared as one of the globe's most prosperous and influential technology firms. His hallmark became a relentless commitment to design excellence, human interface, and the creation of innovative products. The monumental introduction of the iPhone in 2007 and the iPad in 2010 catalyzed revolutionary changes in the smartphone and tablet sectors, redefining how people engaged with technology. Amid his remarkable journey, Jobs confronted health challenges and embarked on medical leaves of absence from Apple. His health odyssey culminated in a liver transplant in 2009. He persisted in his work but eventually stepped down as CEO in August 2011. Regrettably, on October 5, 2011, Steve Jobs passed away due to complications arising from a rare form of pancreatic neuroendocrine tumor at the age of 56. Steve Jobs' indelible legacy reverberates through Apple's products, his design ethos, and his profound influence on the technology realm. He is celebrated for his visionary outlook, unwavering innovation, and commitment to crafting products that seamlessly just work. Stephen Gary Wozniak was born on August 11, 1950, in San Jose, California. Evidencing an early aptitude for electronics and computers, he found encouragement in his father's support. In 1976, Wozniak, with Steve Jobs and Ronald Wayne, laid the groundwork for Apple Computer Incorporated. Wozniak's remarkable technical skills and fervor for computer design played an indispensable role in shaping the early products of Apple. Notably, he took charge of the hardware and software design for the Apple I, which marked the company's debut in the computer market. Subsequently, the Apple II was introduced, a triumph that significantly contributed to Apple's initial growth. His dedication to Apple persisted until 1985, although he had previously embarked on a temporary leave due to a plane crash in 1981. Post his departure from Apple, his pursuit of diverse interests and philanthropic endeavors became a prominent feature of his life journey. Wozniak recommenced his education, successfully completing his degree at the University of California, Berkeley. Beyond his academic pursuits, he ventured into founding multiple enterprises, including CL9 and later, Acquicor Technology. In the spirit of Apple's commitment to making a positive impact, he immersed himself in philanthropic and educational initiatives. His passion for technology-focused education is well acknowledged, and he has been a generous contributor to various charitable causes. In recognition of his immense contributions to the tech industry, Wozniak has received numerous prestigious awards and accolades. This includes the esteemed National Medal of Technology in 1985 and his induction into the Inventors Hall of Fame. Beyond his professional pursuits, his personal life has seen several chapters, including multiple marriages and fatherhood. He is also renowned for his penchant for pranks and his active participation in charitable events. Wozniak is still an unwavering technology enthusiast, continually involved in an array of tech-related projects and events. His enduring passion for innovations in computer science and electronics epitomizes the ethos of ongoing innovation. Ronald Gerald Wayne was born on May 17, 1934 in Cleveland, Ohio. His upbringing took place in various locations throughout the United States. In 1976, Wayne joined forces with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak to co-found Apple Computer Incorporated. His ownership stake stood at 10%, a role that entailed crafting the first Apple logo, drafting the partnership agreement, and offering invaluable early business counsel. Mere days following the birth of Apple, he opted to relinquish his 10% share in the company for a modest sum of $800. His decision stemmed from concerns over the potential financial perils and obligations tied to this novel venture, as well as differing viewpoints on business strategies. Post his departure from Apple, Wayne remained dedicated to engineering and technology, with stints at Atari and his venture into the world of stamp collecting. Despite his low-profile existence in the aftermath of parting ways with Apple, later years saw him gain recognition as one of the original co-founders of this tech juggernaut. Occasional public appearances and interviews served to shed light on his pivotal role during Apple's formative days. Subsequently, he led a discreet life after his separation from Apple, never attaining the vast wealth and fame that blessed Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Nonetheless, his brief but influential tenure at Apple left an indelible mark through his contributions to its foundational documents and early logo design. His decision to exit Apple and divest his holdings is often cited as one of the costliest business choices in history, as that 10% share would have burgeoned into billions of dollars in later years.